Story challenge: Fighting on through the darkness. If she closed her eyes, she could still travel back to the few times in her life that she really cherished. Her mother was still alive. She had divorced her cold father and carried an aura of lightness wherever she went. And finally, she was able to give her daughter the attention the little girl had always craved. She still lived in that cozy house with her hard-working, loyal husband. Her 2 wild children kept her on her toes, and they all felt safe and happy in their bubble. She still had a chance at redemption, a new man who accepted her flaws and loved her for them. He wanted to help her get better and was willing to stick around while she did the work. She moved far away with him, and they created their own slice of Eden together. The drink helped her forget her failures. On days that she didn't drink, the weight of her guilt became overwhelming. How do you go on with such a burden? Life wasn't supposed to be like this. She had felt like a princess once. Her mother had bought her cute dresses, and she had pranced around the house wearing them, waving a little plastic wand. And she had been lucky enough, more than once, to find a man who treated her like one, until the cracks appeared, and she fell through them. There was always another when. When this happens, it will be enough. Enough to keep her off the bottle. Away from the edge she has walked along since her mother selfishly left all too soon. When she finds the perfect man, it will be enough for her to feel safe, taken care of. When she has children of her own, it will be enough to fill the void her useless father left. Was the drink a cure? It took the pain away, more than anything was able to. Her kids, her partner, couldn't make her feel as warm, as loved, as this golden liquid could. It must be a gift from God. What was the alternative? She had one last hope, one last enough. A grandchild on the way. She had been granted another chance of redemption. She even felt guilty for that. Hadn't she had enough chances? Wasn't it someone else's turn? Learn something you can pass on to your grandson, knitting or something, he had said. There was an idea. The knitting had been a joke, but why not? Keep a dying art alive. That was something to be proud of. God knew she needed to be proud of one thing she had done in her life. She had until February. The baby's jumper wasn't going to make itself. The hours she sat in silence, staring so intently at the needles it made her eyes hurt, became her therapy. It wasn't that the craving for the bottle went away. It was that this jumper was so much more important, and drinking was too distracting. It dulled her mind, so much so that she couldn't move the needles fast enough. She only had until February. Christmas, New Year's Eve came and went, and still she sat weaving the wool. She couldn't remember the last time she had finished something she'd started. For the first time in a long time, the thought of another January didn't fill her with dread. It wasn't another 12-month abyss of disappointment, spent counting the days until she died. It was a new beginning, one last chance. This time she wouldn't fail. February arrived. She took slow steps to the ward, clutching the carrier bag to her chest. She had to protect the bag. The finished jumper was inside, wrapped in colourful paper. She had put her soul into making sure every fold of that wrapping paper was perfect. She stepped into the room. There were her sons, her ex-husband, the father of her children, her daughter-in-law holding the new life. She smiled, her first genuine smile in a long time. She placed the bag on a chair. That could wait until later. This, in front of her, this was what she had to be proud of. It was enough. It had always been enough.